Let's face it, home invasions are terrifying, and the thought of someone breaking into your home when you least expect it is a nightmare. But don't panic. Being prepared could be the key to saving your life. While we hope you never have to experience one, it's better to be ready. So today, we're revealing 4 more essential secrets on how to survive a home invasion. These aren't your typical tips. These are strategies you probably haven't thought about, but could make all the difference. 1. Make yourself a hard target. The best way to survive a home invasion? Don't let it happen in the first place. Make your home look like a nightmare for anyone trying to break in. Burglars are looking for easy targets. A dark, silent house with weak entry points is their dream. You can make them look at your home and think, "No way." Start with lighting. It's more powerful than you might think. Keeping a light on in a visible part of the house, even if you're asleep or away, can make all the difference. Studies show that homes with consistent, visible lighting are significantly less likely to be targeted. Burglars want darkness, not visibility, and even a single light can be enough to make them reconsider. Invest in high-quality locks, deadbolts, and a front door that feels like it could stop a tank. Remember, a burglar can spot a flimsy door from the street, and if they see a reinforced, solid door, they're more likely to keep moving. Strong deadbolts and strike plates reinforce the doorframe and make it extremely tough to kick down. And don't forget, security lighting motion-activated lights are an incredible deterrent because they create a sudden, unexpected spotlight, often catching intruders off guard and sending them running. To a would-be intruder, a home with these features says, "You are not welcome here. Move along." 2. Invest in a security system. Homes without security systems are 3 times more likely to be broken into. Let that sink in for a moment. Those statistics alone make a security system one of the most effective investments you can make for your peace of mind. A well-designed security system that blasts out loud alarms and sends automatic alerts to authorities can make any burglar think twice. They want an easy job, not one where they're being watched, recorded, and reported. Now, you don't need to spend a fortune on a security system, but getting one with cameras, motion sensors, and remote access is key. With these, you can keep an eye on your home from anywhere, even if you're just out grabbing groceries. Think about it. You're out of town, and you get an alert on your phone that motion's detected in your driveway. You open the app and immediately see who's there. It doesn't have to be fancy, just something loud and unmistakable that lets intruders know they're being watched and heard. And here's a bonus tip. If you live in a neighborhood, let your neighbors know you have a system in place. Many burglars scout their targets in advance, and word spreads quickly. When they know a home has a loud alarm that automatically contacts authorities, it's like adding a "no entry" sign in neon letters over your house. 3. Get a dog. Yes, even a small one. Dogs aren't just furry friends. They're actually one of the best early warning systems you can get for your home, and one that burglars absolutely hate. Even a small dog with a loud bark can make a would-be intruder think twice. It's not about the size, it's the noise and unpredictability that make them so effective. According to security experts, homes with dogs are avoided by burglars almost as much as homes with high-end alarm systems. Why? Because a barking dog doesn't just draw attention, it creates chaos, which is the last thing an intruder wants. And here's the kicker. Your dog's natural instincts will often pick up on things before you even notice them. Dogs have an incredible sense of smell and hearing, meaning they can detect unfamiliar people long before you might hear a creak in the hallway. This isn't something even the most advanced alarm system can replicate. Imagine the peace of mind knowing that, even while you're asleep, you have a vigilant friend on duty, ready to alert you at the slightest sign of something out of place. Now, you don't need a big, intimidating guard dog. Even smaller breeds can be fiercely protective and have a bark that packs a punch. A Chihuahua or Terrier can sound off a warning that can be heard from your neighbor's house. When a burglar hears that first bark, they know they'll have a hard time sneaking around. And let's face it, if they're deciding between 2 houses, one with a dog and one without, they're almost always going to skip the one with the noisy canine alert system. And there's another bonus. Having a dog also means you're less likely to let suspicious things go unnoticed. Dogs are creatures of habit, and when something's not right in your home, they'll let you know. Plus, if you train your dog well, it'll respond to commands that can keep you both safe, like knowing when to stay by your side or alert you discreetly. So yes, that little yapper at the end of the leash could very well be one of the best deterrents you ever invest in. And let's be honest, they're the only security system that also loves you back. 4. Have a family action plan. If the worst does happen and someone breaks in, you don't want to be caught scrambling. Having a well-thought-out action plan isn't just a good idea. It could literally be the difference between staying safe and being in real danger. Sit down with your family and have an honest, no-holds-barred conversation about what to do if there's a break-in. Think of it like a fire drill, but for home safety. You want each family member to know exactly where to go and what to do without hesitation. Start with designating a safe room. This should be a room that's easy to get to, has a lockable door, and ideally a phone or another way to call for help. Make sure everyone knows where this room is and practices getting there quickly. Reinforcing the door to your safe room is also a smart move. It doesn't need to be a fortress, but something that can buy you precious time. Establish escape routes too. Know your exits and make sure everyone in the house knows how to use them in a hurry. Whether it's a door, a window, or even a hidden exit, practice using these routes with your family. Yes, it might feel awkward at first, but in a real emergency, muscle memory could save lives. Map out routes from each room and keep them clear of clutter so you don't get stuck or tripped up when it matters most. And don't forget to program emergency contacts into everyone's phone, not just 911, but also trusted neighbors, relatives nearby, or friends who can provide immediate help if needed. Practice this plan regularly, not just once and then forgetting about it. Make it second nature for everyone, especially kids, so they know exactly what to do even in the most chaotic of situations. Think of this as your family's secret playbook, your safety net. And remember, in a crisis, every second counts. The goal is to get everyone to safety without anyone getting hurt or caught in a dangerous situation. Having a plan isn't just a suggestion, it's a commitment to keeping your loved ones safe, even if you never need to use it. Preparing for an intruder doesn't mean living in fear. It means taking control, so you can sleep a little easier at night, knowing that no matter what, your family is ready. 5. Use noise as a deterrent. Intruders want one thing more than anything else: to stay invisible. They're banking on slipping in and out without being noticed, and noise is their worst enemy. So if you think someone has entered your home, don't stay quiet. Make as much noise as possible. Grab whatever you have on hand: a whistle, an air horn, even pots and pans if that's what's nearby. Think of yourself like a human alarm system, letting that intruder know in no uncertain terms that they've been detected. Here's why this is so effective. Noise throws them off their game. The second they hear you, they're immediately hit with the realization that their cover is blown and they don't know what's coming next. Most intruders will turn and run at this point, because they know every extra second in your home increases their risk of getting caught. If you don't have a whistle or air horn handy, there are even phone apps that mimic sirens, alarms, or loud bells. Download one now just in case you ever need it. And remember, you're not trying to track them down. Stay at a safe distance, preferably behind a locked door, while you make as much noise as possible. Your goal is to make them believe they're moments away from being confronted, caught, or exposed. Imagine this. You're in your bedroom, you hear a noise downstairs, and instead of going down to investigate, you set off an ear-piercing alarm from your phone. This strategy not only spooks the intruder, but also alerts anyone nearby that something's wrong. Even your neighbors could hear it and call 911 on your behalf, giving you an extra layer of security. Noise is your friend in these situations. Think of it as your first line of defense. Cheap, effective, and often enough to send burglars packing before they get any closer to you or your loved ones. So keep those noisemakers handy, download that app, and remember, when it comes to your safety, silence is definitely not golden. Here's an expanded version for point 6. 6. Reinforce weak entry points. Think outside the doors. When we think about securing our homes, we usually focus on doors and locks. But don't let that false sense of security fool you. Windows, mail slots, pet doors, and even basement access points can all be weak spots waiting to be exploited. Intruders know these entry points well and often prefer them because they're quieter and often less reinforced. Here's a tip that'll take your home security up a notch. Reinforce these overlooked areas so every point of entry becomes a nightmare for anyone trying to break in. Start with your windows. Most burglars won't try to shatter glass. It's loud and risky. But why leave it to chance? Adding shatterproof film to your windows, especially on the ground floor, creates an invisible shield that can withstand significant impact. Imagine a burglar taking a crowbar to your window, only to find it's not giving way. That's when they realize they've picked the wrong house. Another idea is to install secondary locks on your windows, ones that let you keep them slightly open for airflow, but impossible to slide open any further. This lock ensures that while you're getting a fresh breeze, you're not giving intruders an invitation. Remember, most burglars are looking for easy access. Anything that requires effort and makes noise is usually enough to make them rethink their plan. And don't forget about other potential weak spots. If you have a pet door, consider securing it at night or investing in a model that locks automatically when it's not in use. It's a small step, but one that makes your home that much harder to breach. Intruders are looking for shortcuts, and they'll try anything. Mail slots, basement windows, even poorly secured garage doors. Reinforcing these side entrances with extra locks or security bars shows intruders they're dealing with a well-fortified home. Each time they meet resistance, their chances of getting caught go up, and most will give up rather than risk detection. So take a walk around your house, look at it from an intruder's perspective, and fortify every entry point. It's one of the simplest ways to make your home a fortress that no one wants to mess with. 7. Keep your car keys by your bed. This might sound simple, but it's one of the smartest, most under-the-radar safety hacks out there. Keeping your car keys by your bed can give you instant access to one of the loudest alarms in your arsenal, your car's horn. If you hear suspicious noises at night, don't try to play hero by going downstairs. Stay in the safety of your room, grab those keys, and hit that panic button. That alarm will echo through your house, your yard, and probably even down the street, and you don't even have to leave your bed to make it happen. Why is this so effective? Because intruders want nothing to do with a blaring car alarm. They're counting on sneaking in undetected, and the shock of that loud alarm going off can send them fleeing before they even make it past the front door. And here's the best part. If neighbors hear a car alarm going off late at night, they're more likely to wake up, look out their windows, or even call the police to check things out. Now, you've turned your quiet, dark house into a bright spotlight on their plans. Many car remotes work from surprising distances, so you can set off the alarm without moving an inch. Even if you're in a room on the opposite side of the house, that remote can often trigger the alarm. Test your remote from different parts of your home to see just how far it reaches. Knowing this ahead of time means you won't hesitate if you ever actually need it. Think about it. With the simple push of a button, you can create instant chaos for any intruder while staying safe and out of harm's way. And for the ultimate peace of mind, try putting your keys on a lanyard by your bed or attached to a nightstand drawer handle. This way, you'll know exactly where they are if you need them in a hurry. It's such a small step, but it could be one of the most effective tools to disrupt a break-in. So keep those car keys within reach at night and sleep soundly knowing you're ready to make some serious noise at a moment's notice. 8. Know your home's shadows and sounds. This one might sound unusual, but getting familiar with the shadows and sounds of your own home can be a true game changer. Intruders have the disadvantage of entering unfamiliar territory, but you know every nook, cranny, and creaky floorboard. Think of it like turning your home into a tactical advantage. Practice walking through your house in the dark, learning exactly where those squeaky spots are, which areas have the deepest shadows, and where you can move silently. Why does this matter? Because in the terrifying event of a break-in, the last thing you want is to give away your position. If you need to move or hide, knowing where to step and where to avoid can make all the difference. Imagine the advantage of being able to reach your family or get to your safe room without a single sound, like a scene straight out of an action movie. You're taking control, not leaving it to chance. And it's not just about staying hidden. It's about using your knowledge to detect any disturbance. Knowing the unique sounds of your home means that anything out of the ordinary, a door creaking that shouldn't, footsteps that are out of place, will stand out immediately. Burglars rely on your confusion and fear. By knowing your home's quirks, you turn it into an ally. You'll notice things an intruder would never catch, giving you the edge in those first critical seconds when every decision counts. Take it one step further by walking through different parts of the house during different times of the day. Shadows shift with the sun, so the darkest corners during the day might not be the same at night. And remember, intruders are more likely to strike when they think everyone is asleep. So being prepared to navigate your home in darkness means you're ready to react without alerting them to your location. Knowing your home better than anyone else is like creating a built-in security system. It gives you confidence, keeps you calm, and ensures you're never caught off guard. So take the time to get familiar with every shadow, every sound, and every possible hiding spot. When it comes to home safety, a little knowledge of your own surroundings can be a powerful tool in keeping you and your loved ones safe. Preparing for a home invasion doesn't mean living in fear. These 4 extra steps can help you turn your home into a fortress that's hard to invade and easy to escape from. Remember, the goal is to keep you and your loved ones safe. So keep these tips in mind and rest a little easier tonight, knowing you're better prepared for anything that comes your way. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you've got any tips of your own, drop them in the comments. Let's help each other stay safe.